We have a hollow cylinder that's aligned with the z-axis, and it has a radius of a. And on the outer wall of the cylinder, a sheet current density is flowing of magnitude k sub z and in the direction a sub z. Now we can think of the current flowing as a collection of current filaments lined side by side around the cylinder. Okay, so now what I want to do is take a view looking down the z-axis. So in other words, we're going to take a look at a cross-section of the cylinder looking down the z-axis. Okay, so here's our cylinder with radius A, and you can see the current filaments lined up to form our sheet current density that's flowing up in the A sub z direction. So we're going to first consider the case of rho where rho is greater than A. So let's look at one current filament and the magnetic field intensity that it generates. So we're going to look at this current filament right here. So the current is flowing up out of the page. So we know if we put the fingers of our right hand, our thumb of our right hand in the direction of the current flow, our right fingers will point in the direction of the magnetic field intensity lines which will form these closed circles around the filament. So now if we look at this current filament right here, the magnetic field intensity lines will form closed circles around it like this. So now let's go to this point outside the cylinder and look at the magnetic field intensity lines from these two current filaments that are symmetrically on the two sides of the cylinder from this point where we want to find our field. So this is the magnetic field intensity generated by this current filament, and this is the magnetic field intensity generated by this current filament at this point. Okay, so the direction of the magnetic field intensity at this point due to this current filament is in the direction of this tangent arrow to the circle at this point. And the length of the arrow represents its magnitude. Similarly, this tangent arrow here represents the direction of the magnetic field intensity due to this current filament at this point. And again, the length of this represents the magnitude. And since the two lengths are the same, and from the geometry